Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the War Within pre-patch event and the release date, the official release date, have recently been announced, which leaves us with just a handful of days left until the pre-patch is finally here. With the next WoW's expansion drawing players back into the game, either if you left your Dragonflight or if you left in older expansions, there's quite a lot of people making their comeback for this one in particular to explore the new World Soul Saga. And some of you guys coming back been asking me, is there anything you should be doing right now to help prepare and set yourself up for a success when it comes to the pre-patch event or even for the expansions entirely? And I kind of want to give you guys some of the pointers as to what you could be doing right now if you are trying to actually get ready for the pre-patch event. The pre-patch is going to be adding in a ton of different new expansion features, not all of them like the new leveling zones or any of the hero talent changes, but there's going to be plenty of other features to enjoy, as well as an exciting pre-expansion event with plenty of ways to catch up with gear, plenty of new cosmetics and collectibles, and also new open world events to participate in. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the 7 things you could be doing right now if you're trying to prepare ahead of time for the pre-patch event. As always, if you guys enjoy this kind of regular War Within updates, be sure to follow the channel. Otherwise, let's dive right in. Now, the first piece of advice I have for you is to level, hopefully, a level 70 character on the live realms, not in Mists of Pandaria Remix, as the expansion is launching in roughly 39 days from now. But the map remix is launching in 36 days, which will give you a very limited window if you level a character through map remix to interact with the actual pre-patch event, which comes with a variety of open world group activities, as well as a ton of different rewards on a brand new vendor using the specific pre-patch currency. Usually for most pre-expansion events, all of the rewards as well as all the activities are limited time. We haven't been able to confirm if this is true or not for this pre-patch event, but just to make sure you don't miss anything out, you probably want to get prepared and get all of the items while they are available. So if you actually want to participate and earn some of those pre-patch exclusive rewards, you should hopefully have a character leveled ideally at level 70. Technically, you could start participating in all those pre-patch events starting at level 10. You are going to be placed in level 15 zones, but for the most part at level 10 should be just fine in every one of the 3 zones where the pre-patch event is held. And the actual event is not terrible for gaining experience on a brand new character. However, a lot of the rewards on the pre-patch event will be locked for max level characters because of the gear and items specifically. So if you want a chance at unlocking all of the different armor sets in order to transmog into all of those different pieces, you may want to have a level 70 character prepped ahead of time, which you can do right now 1 week before the pre-patch event. Now, another thing you should probably take care of right now is to simply level and evoke a character and at least get one ready and prepped ahead of time before the next expansion. One of the bigger things that will be available for War Within starting in pre-patch is a big leveling adjustment, where they're going to be adding Dragonflight as one of the leveling experiences with Chromie Time. So you have Battle for Azeroth, Draenor Legion, Shadowlands, Mists of Pandaria, Outlands, Fall Lich King, Cataclysm, and probably Dragonflight right here at the bottom right corner. This means that all of the Dragonflight experiences are going to be part of that leveling progression to be set alongside with all the other expansions. And that means that the Dragonflight's hero class of the Evoker will also be adjusted to scale with those levels, where if you were to start out an Evoker after leaving the intro experience, you'll start out at level 60, and then you can level from 60 to 70 in Dragonflight. But if you were to start an Evoker in War Within, they'll start out at level 10 for their intro experience, and you'll have to level through all those levels to catch up that character. But if you were to make an Evoker right now, get him out of the starting zone, and then log him out in Stormwind or Orgrimmar, wait until the pre-patch hits and then level him afterwards, then your entire leveling journey will be even faster than if you were to level an Evoker fully right now. And obviously another thing you could probably do right now is level a bunch of alts using the Mists of Pandaria remix while it is currently active. Map Remix offers some of the fastest leveling available, whether you do it through quests, open world content, dungeons, raiding, you name it. Mists of Pandaria is fantastic for multiple reasons, but leveling a bunch of characters has never been this easy. So if you're trying to get a bunch of characters prepped for the War Within expansion, or want to be able to experience some of those new class changes coming up in just a handful of days, leveling a bunch of characters right now through Map Remix to catch them up will at least allow you to start exploring those classes a little bit better once the pre-patch experience is officially launched. Now, another activity you should probably start taking care of right now is to do the Xal'atath questline. Xal'atath is going to be a very core antagonist for this next upcoming expansion, and some of you guys that never played back in Legion or Battle for Azeroth might not even know who Xal'atath is. But right now, as of the patch 10.2.7, currently there is a Xal'atath questline, which at least kind of introduce you to some of the key players of the next expansion and give you a little bit of their backstory. So if you're someone who's really looking forward to the narratives of this expansion, then you should probably take care of the Xal'atath questline as soon as possible. Once you log in on a character that's eligible for the questline, you should have the quest pop up immediately to take you to Dalaran to go speak to Khadgar, which starts the entire questline journey. And also, with the pre-patch event, we are going to be seeing the retirement of certain seasonal rewards. In previous pre-patch events, most of the raiding achievements and raiding rewards did stick around for the pre-patch. So if you're still chasing after the Voyage in Wilder Wings Season 4 reward, that still should be earnable and available during the pre-patch event. Though, in most cases, PvP rewards, such as seasonal PvP mounts, seasonal achievements and such, or Mythic Plus rewards, those usually retire during the pre-patch event. In a Blue Post, Blizzard did mention that when Season 4 ends, you will not be able to earn any PvP rewards, though for a time after the end of Season 4, most Mythic Plus achievements and rewards will remain earnable. What most of those achievements and rewards are going to be, nobody really knows. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of the seasonal reward whatsoever, you might as well start working and trying to see if you can get them done right now as of this week specifically. It's a good idea to get started on all of these things as early as possible, just to make sure that you don't miss out on any rewards before the pre-patch event might lock out some of them in the process. We also have an achievement you can start working on and trying to finish out as quickly as possible before it'll become more difficult to unlock it in the next expansion, and that's going to be the achievement that awards you the Tyvan Mount, which is the biggest and the goodest boy of them all. The Tyvan Mount comes from an achievement called A World Awoken, which is essentially a meta achievement for the entire Dragonflight expansion. Now, there's a lot of different activities that are required for this meta achievement, and a lot of them can be done solo, but not all of them, such as raiding the Vault of the Incarnates, raiding an Aberrus, and a Murdercell. It might be possible that some of those boss fights might be soloable in the War Within, but usually that isn't the case when we move on into a new expansion. Usually the last expansion's content still requires a raid or even a small party in order to be able to complete some of those fights fully. But if you jump in right now to get your Vault, Aberrus, and Murdercell raids out of the way now, you'll likely have an easier time completing the rest of this achievement by knocking all of the group content out of the way. Plus, any of the other open world activities are still being done by other players, which can make parts of the World Awoken achievement a little bit easier to get through. And lastly, if you're looking for something to do until pre-patch, I think it's worth diving back into the Mage Tower. Unless you've done the Mage Tower back in Legion or back when Shadowlands when they released it again, the Mage Tower is full of various different cosmetics for you to earn. The Mage Tower includes a bunch of different challenges depending on your class and spec and role. There's a ton of classes for you to earn, one for every single class. There's even a unique bear form for druids if you want to run around as a fell werebear. And you can also earn the Mage Tower mount, which is the Soaring Spell Tome, a mount that I believe maybe about 2% of players actually have, and all you have to do to earn this mount is to defeat every single one of the different challenges, which will require a handful of characters. The reason why it's worth doing the Mage Tower is because it's scaling time walking content, which allows it to remain relevant from expansion to expansion. However, with War Within, we're going to be seeing a ton of different class changes, and that means some classes, when it comes to their scaling inside of the Mage Tower, will probably function a little bit differently. Right now, as of this moment, the Mage Tower is a pretty much solved experience. There's plenty of guides for the Mage Tower in order to give you the talents that you should run in order to make the challenge as easy as possible, and even some older gear from older raids and dungeons that scale insanely well inside of the Mage Tower to make it easier. So it's probably worth hitting up the Mage Tower right now while that content is completely solved, because players are going to have to come up with different talent trees and builds in order to accommodate the Mage Tower once the War Within expansion with its hero talents finally launches. Alternatively, you can always take a break until the next expansion or until the pre-patch, and that's what a lot of players are also going to do. So with that, I want to pass it up to you guys in the comments down below. What are you going to be doing with your time before the pre-patch? Are you going to be doing some of this prep work and doing maybe anything that I've suggested in today's video? Or are you just going to be cruising, taking it easy, waiting until the pre-patch, diving in for some of the challenges and some of the events, and then just waiting until the next expansion Let me know all your plans in the comments down below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.